Hi, welcome back and welcome to a new video, and in this one we're going to be covering everything that is in the first release early access for Assetto Corsa Evo, because it's all been announced by Kunos now. By the way, the footage you're watching is not some sneaky early access. This is Assetto Corsa. It's Benabro's caterer model running around the Nordschleifer in VR. So what I'm going to do is pop up on screen what we've been told is going to be in the first early access, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the circuits and the cars that are going to be in there. So up on screen now we have what we've been told about. So we're getting 5 circuits, 20 cars. We're going to have single player practice and single player quick race. How they will work we don't yet know. There's been no news around that. We're going to get step 1 of the game economy, which as you can see they are putting down as car rentals, car purchasings, experience points, rank, rewards, driver profile, driving licenses and the driving academy. We at the present moment have absolutely no idea how any of this actually works or operates, and what you can do with it, what limitations may or may not be in place. We're going to find out for that on release day. And by the way, I am taking the day after release off of work, so keep an eye out for my first views and then my full review of Assetto Corsa Early Access first release. Good news then, we are getting VR support from day one, which will be interesting to see how that operates and how well that's supported, and we're also getting triple screen support. Now I won't be able to try the triple screen because I don't run triples myself. I run either a large single flat monitor, 55-inch TV actually, not monitor, and VR using a Quest 2, so I can give you my thoughts on those but not on triple support. We're also getting showroom customization and car customization, and again we don't know the depth that that goes to at this present moment, so it's going to be interesting to see exactly what comes of that. So now over to the car list that we'll be getting, and I am going to look at the screen here because I have the full car list up here. I will also show the images that we've got of the cars up on the screen. So these are in order that they were announced. So we've got the Toyota GR86, which I'm really looking forward to. It will be a good one to compare and contrast the original Assetto Corsa with, because it's very similar to the GT86 in a lot of ways. We've got the Ferrari 296 GTB, the BMW M2 CS Racing. That'll be a good one to compare against a wide range of other racing titles because an awful lot have this in there. The Abarth 695 Biposto, so an Abarth tuned up Fiat 500, because you've got to have one of those in a Kunos game. The VW Golf 8 Mark 8 GTI Club Sport, which is pretty much, if my memory serves me, the hottest version of the GTI that's around at the moment. Alfa Romeo Giulia GT-AM. This one again will be a good one to compare and contrast with the original Assetto Corsa, because the cars in both slightly tweaked facelifted versions. Mazda MX-5 ND Cup, looking forward to this. I love an MX-5 Cup car, really do. For single class racing on smaller tracks, it's one that I absolutely adore, so I'm really looking forward to that. Ford Escort RS Cosworth. Cos is always a winner in my book. Hyundai i30N hatchback. Now this one is one I've been looking forward to particularly because I actually own this particular car. Well, sort of. I got an i30N fastback rather than the hatchback, but in terms of driving they are more than similar enough for me to have an idea about how well this car's been recreated in game, so that one I'm looking forward to a lot. The Ferrari 488 Challenge Evo. We've got the BMW M4 CSL. Another one that I'm looking forward to is the Alpine A110S. Now, I've driven an A110S on track in the past, so definitely looking forward to seeing how that compares to my memories of driving that particular car on track. It's not in any of the tracks that are releasing with this, but it will still be one that I can at least give a little bit of thought into. We've then got the Mercedes-Benz AMG GT2, Lotus Emira, Honda S2000. That one's going to be a popular choice. It will be a good one to see how well they've modelled lift-off oversteer, because the S2000 was always a notorious car for lift-off oversteer, so looking forward to that. The Alfa Romeo Junior Electrica Veloci, so a first of two electric cars we've got in here, and this car's had some really good reviews. Despite being a crossover, the reviews have said it is a good driving car and quite an interesting one, so again, looking forward to trying that out. The Porsche 992 GT3 Cup car, again, single make cup car here, which once again, good one for single make races, and a fun car to drive as well. The Chevrolet Camaro ZL1, so we've got a bit of modern muscle in there. The Audi RS3 Sportback, and finally the Alpine A290B Concept, which again is a car I'm looking forward to. This is an electric car. I think it looks absolutely great. It's basically Alpine's hot version of the new Renault 5 electric car, and will be an interesting one to play around with. It's not been as well rated in terms of driving for a hot, in fact it's kind of described more as a warm hatch than a true hot hatch from the reviews that have gone on, and not as well reviewed as the Alfa Junior in that regard, but it'll be an interesting one to try out, and I think it looks fantastic myself. So that's the car list. Now, I have seen some concerns raised online around the car list itself. There isn't any open wheel cars in there, which is an obvious miss for a lot of people. Some people have been complaining it's focusing around road cars, but that is, let's be honest, what core AC always did, so that doesn't surprise me at all, and personally I don't have an issue with that. We do have 5 race cars in there out of the 20, so that's 25% race cars, so it's not bad, and at least the ones that have been picked are all cars from single make series, so that makes sense given the fact that we've only got 20 cars to start off with. You can run single make series off of the back of them. So that's the car list. What about the track list? Well, our track list is Brands Hatch, which I'm very pleased about because I'm a huge fan of Brands Hatch and it is one of my favourite tracks of all time. We've then got Fuji, which I don't really like. Well, that's a lie. I like most of Fuji. I don't like the final complex before the final corner back onto the start-finish straight. Just doesn't gel with me. Never been happy with it. Imola, which is another big favourite of mine. I love Imola as a circuit. Always have. Actually, that's a lie. I've not always loved Imola. There was a time when I couldn't get Imola and really hated it. And then I put the time in to learn it and discovered I absolutely loved it. I might have to make a video about that and any other circuits that fall into that category. We've then got Mount Panorama, more commonly known as Bathurst. Again, a good track, an interesting track, and a great one in VR if VR's done well, because elevation changes are always fun in VR. And we've then finally got Suzuka, which is my pick of Japanese commonly known tracks over Fuji, so we've at least got that. Now, we've got no idea for tracks like Brands Hatch and Suzuka how many layouts we'll get. Obviously Brands only has 2, but Suzuka has numerous layouts, so it'll be interesting to see how many of those we get. So come early access release, what am I most interested in? Well, how well it runs, how optimized it is, what the physics are like are my main ones to start off with. How well does it support VR? But the big one for me and a lot of people is, what is the AI like? Because the original Assetto Corsa AI was not great at all. And with ACC, so at least in Assetto Corsa Competizione, the AI was definitely improved, but it's a very limited range of cars that they had to get an AI working well for. So it will be interesting to see how well they've managed to expand on that. So that's what we're getting on early access first release for Assetto Corsa Evo. Let me know what your thoughts on it are down in the comments below, and if you've enjoyed this video or found it useful, please do hit the like button, and if you want to see more content like this, please do subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be notified when new content gets uploaded. Thanks very much everyone, take care, bye.